So dear students, in today's practicals, we are going to learn about the different types of the crockeries and cutleries generally we use in the training restaurant. Once you will go in the hotel industry, maybe there you are going to come across different varieties of more different variations of the cutleries and crockeries also. Here in our training restaurants, we are keeping the basic one. So I'm just sharing the screen in front of you. Kindly focus onto the screen. So just now, as I have said, today's practicals will be related to the restaurants, crockeries and cutleries. So basically there are three things you have to keep in your mind while after finishing this particular practical. One will be like you will have to identify the crockery and the cutlery. You must identify the crockery and cutlery by its name, and you must know what is its basic use. So let's start, let's begin. As you can see in the front of the screen, the knife is there. This is not basically the knife which is used by the kitchen peoples in order to cut the vegetables and all that. It is basically the knife which is generally being used by the guests in order to have the meal while sitting on the table. So the knife, as you can see on the right hand side, is known as the fish knife. Similarly, there is a combination of fish fork. How come you are going to make an identifications between the fish knife and fish fork? That is, I am showing you through the pointer. You can see there is a cut mark on the top. You can say that the end of the knife. Likewise, around the fork also you are going to see there are two cut marks. So basically, this particular cut mark is supposed to be used by the guest in order to hold the bones, while the guest is going to have the fish. So that's why the name of this cutlery is known as the fish knife and fish fork. Next, as you can see, I have the combinations of the three cutleries in front of you. Generally, we place the spoon and the knife on the right hand side of the cover and fork on the left hand side of the cover. So keeping that view in the mind, keeping that principle in the mind, I have kept the spoon and the knife on the right hand side only, and I have kept the fork on the left hand side only. So the spoon which is placed on the right hand side is known as the AP spoon. AP stands for the all-purpose spoon. All-purpose spoons means it can be used for having anything. Likewise, in the middle one is known as the AP knife. AP again stands for the all-purpose knife. And on the left hand side, you are finding the AP fork, which is known as all-purpose fork. Next, by seeing the size, you can see that this particular spoon and this particular fork will be slightly bigger in size. Obviously, it is quite very bigger in size, and it is generally not used by the guest in order to have the food. It is basically used by the guest in order to serve the food. So that's why this particular bigger spoon is known as the service spoon. Likewise, this particular fork is known as the service fork. How come we are going to handle the service spoon and the service fork? That we are going to learn in the subsequent practicals. Now, right hand side we are having the service spoon, and left hand side we are having the service fork. The basic purpose of the service spoon and the service fork is in order to hold the food items, in order to serve the food items by using the entree dish onto the plate. And when we are going to use both the service spoon and the service fork in a combined form, we are going to use together, then they are also to be considered as service gears. Again repeating, try to focus on this thing, very very important, like questions which can be asked during the interview also. Like whenever we are using the service spoon and the service fork combined together, then they are known as service gears. GEARS. This, by the shape, it is known as the soup spoon. As you can see, it is having hemispherical top, and this particular service spoon, as its name suggests, is supposed to be used by the guest in order to have the soup. This is to be considered as a very simple type of a knife. The name of this particular knife is known as the side knife. And here in our training restaurants, we don't have the butter knife. But when you don't have the butter knife, you can replace it, or you can give a substitutions with this particular side knife. So this particular knife is known as the side knife. It is generally placed onto the side plate only. As you can see, there are three different varieties of the plates. Look wise, all the three plates are the same, but dimension wise, they all are different. On the left hand side, you can find it is one of the largest plate, and it is known as the meal plate. In some of the organization, it is also known as the full plate, whereas in some other organization, it is also known as the dinner plate. So there are three names associated with it. It can be called as full plate, it can be called as meal plate, it can be called as dinner plate. As far as its dimension is concerned, dimension means here we can understand its dimension with the help of the diameter. Diameter, as you have learned in your schooling times, diameter is basically the distance between the two ends, and it is supposed to be considered as the largest distance. So here, if you talk about the full plate, dimension wise, its diameter would be around 10 inch to 12 inch in diameter. Why have I been saying 10 inch to 12 inch in diameter? Because in some organizations, in some of the hotels, you are finding the full plate to be of 10 inch in diameters. In some other organizations, you are going to find it around the 12 inch in diameter. So generally, it ranges from 10 to 12 inch in diameter. The middle one is known as the half plate. This can also be considered as the fish plate. And the basic use of this particular half plate or the fish plate is generally to serve the starter to the guest. And the dimension of this particular half plate will be 8 inch in diameter. Just on the right hand side, you are finding this particular plate has three names associated with it. It is also to be called as side plate. Side plate, as far as its dimension is concerned, it is 6 inch in diameter. The other name of this particular plate is quarter plate. Quarter means 1/4. And the third term associated with it is known as the B&B plate, where B&B stands for bread and butter. So you have three plates in front of you. The left hand side one is known as the full plate, 10 to 12 inch in diameter. The middle one is known as the half plate or fish plate, 8 inch in diameter. And the rightest one is known as the side plate, B&B plate or quarter plate. It is 6 inch in diameter. Now, with this diagram, we are going to learn, like whenever we'll have to do the service of soup, how come we are going to do the service of soup. On the right hand side, you are finding there is a soup bowl. So in the hotel industry, when you are serving the soup to the guest, you will not have to directly do the service of soup by using the soup bowl. You will have to keep some plate under to the soup bowl. And here we have been using the plate, which is basically the side plate only. So we have been using the side plate under to the soup bowl, and there is one paper which has been lying on the top of this side plate. The name of this particular paper is known as the doily paper. It has two uses. It generally prevent any slippage of soup bowl on the side plate while the steward is going to do the service. Apart from that, if any of the liquid is going to be get spilled out of the soup bowl while the guest is having the soup, this particular doily paper is going to absorb that. And in the right hand side, as you can see, whenever we are serving the soup in the hotels, generally we'll have to first of all keep the side plate. On the top of it, we'll have to keep the soup bowl. So we are using the side plate under to the soup bowl. then it is also to be called as underliner. So here the side plate is an underliner of the soup bowl. Likewise, in the hotel industry, if somebody will ask you to bring the underliner of the soup bowl, exactly he is asking you to bring the side plate on. As you can see on the right hand side, you are finding there is cup, that is basically the tea cup, and next to the teacup it is basically the saucer. It is not the small plate, it is not even to be called as a tea plate. The technical term associated with it is known as the saucer. Generally you will be finding the saucer would be having the dimension of approximately 4 to 5 inch in diameter. On the left hand side, as you can see, whenever we are serving tea to the guest also, we will not have to directly serve the tea by using the cup. We'll have to use the teacup, then we'll have to use the saucer as an underliner of the teacup, and in between we need to keep the toilet paper. And see the pattern in which I have kept the teaspoon. The teaspoon is either supposed to be kept by making a 45-degree angle with the you can say that the teacup handle. Along with that, the teaspoon can also be placed by making 90-degree angle with the handle of the teacup. So there are two angles that we can make while placing the teaspoon onto the, you can say that the saucer. One is by making 45-degree angle and second is by making 90-degree angle. So this is basically, you can call it as a noodle tongs, which is basically tongs, Tongs, noodle tongs. It is basically used in order to serve the any kind of in Chinese noodle. So this I'm going to show you the other view of the same equipment also. This is its side view. So this is basically known as noodle tong, and it is basically used in order to serve the noodles. As you can see by its shape, it is known as the pastry tong. Generally in French, pastry is known as gâteau, G-A-T-E-A-U-X, gâteau. So it is also to be called as gâteau tong. Gâteau means any kind of a cake or the pastry can be, you can say that the handle can be served by using this particular type of tongs. Now I am going to show you the side view of this tong also. So again, repeating its name, it is called pastry tong, but in the industry, technically it is called as gâteau tong, G-A-T-E-A-U-X, where gâteau is a French term for the pastry. This is basically the ice tong. As its name suggests, it is generally used in order to hold or in order to serve the ice. This is the side view of the ice tong only. This is basically a very small tong which is supposed to be used in order to pick the sugar cubes while doing the service of tea and coffee. That's why it is known as sugar tong. This is the side view of the sugar tong only. This is basically the salad tong. Generally it is used in order to serve the salads. So there are two views of the salad tongs. This is to be considered as a very longest spoon, and it is known as the parfait spoon. The spelling will be P-A-R-F-A-I-T. It is known as the parfait spoon. In some of the organization, it is also to be called as Sunday spoon. What basically the Sunday is? Sunday is basically like, in order to make the Sunday, you are going to take one beer mug, dimple beer mug. In that dimple beer mug, you are going to put 2 to 3 scoops of a different flavor of an ice cream. Along with that, you are going to put some different sauce also. Like you are going to, if you want to make the vanilla butterscotch sundae, then for that you would be keeping the 3 scoops of an vanilla ice cream. Along with that, in between, you are going to put the butterscotch sauce, and then you will have to top it up with the, you can say that the fried cashew nuts. And while serving the scoop of an ice cream by in the form of the sundae, you will have to provide this particular spoon. In the second scenario, whenever you are serving the cold coffee with an ice cream, or whenever you are serving any kind of an, you can say that the milkshake with the ice cream, Then along with that also you will have to provide this particular Sunday spoon or parfait spoon. Why? Because once the cold coffee is going to be get finished by the guest by using the straw, then at last by using this particular spoon the guest can easily be able to have the ice cream. So this, as you know very well, it has three names associated with it. It is known as the side station. It is also known as the sideboard, and it is also known as the dummy waiter. So there are three terms associated with it. It is known as side station. It is also known as sideboard. It is also known as the dummy waiter. Why it is called the dummy waiter? It is called the dummy waiter because it acts like a waiter only. It assists the waiter. It helps the waiter in actually doing the service. Because whenever a server is going to do the service to the guest, then he or she would be going to he or she would be going to take the cutleries, crockery, glasses, linen, and all the different items which are supposed to be required in order to do the service by using this particular side station only. So that's why it is also to be known as dummy waiter. Again, repeating its three names, it is known as the side station. It can also be called as sideboard. It can also be called as dummy waiter. This is a kind of, you can say that it is basically made up of ceramic or the bone china. It is basically the oval pasta dish. It is also to be called as oval, as its shape is oval. It is also to be called as oval pasta dish. And here it is basically the soup plate. So all the different varieties of the soup which is having very thin consistency. Thin consistency means which is generally having the liquid consistency, having the different types of the vegetables are supposed to be served by using this particular soup plate only. In some of the hotels or in some of the organizations you would be finding like the different varieties of the pasta can also be served by using this plate, and maybe you can also be called it as an pasta plate, but exactly its technical term is the soup plate only. So you will always have to stick with the soup plate. This is a kind of, you can say that the rectangular platter. Platter is, it is again made up of an bone china only. It is again made up of an ceramic only, and it is a kind of a platter which is supposed to be used in order to serve the starter. This is again a different types of a platter. It is generally used in order to serve the salad. So you can call it as a salad platter. This is again a different varieties of the starter platter. So here the shape is somewhat different. It is not rectangular. It is again to be considered as a salad platter. And here you can see it is basically the service set. Why it is basically the hot plate kind of a service set? Because this is basically used in order to serve the starter. And how come it is supposed to be used in order to serve the starter? As you can see on the right hand side, in this particular small container we are going to keep the fuel. So basically this small round spherical shape kind of an bowl is nothing but it is basically the fuel container. So in this particular fuel container we are going to keep the fuel, and we are going to light that fuel, and on the top of it we are going to keep this hot plate, and on the top of this hot plate we are going to keep the starter. So basically it is known as the you can say that the starter service kit. You can call it as a starter service kit or starter service hot plate. You can also be called as starter service hot plate. Here you can see it is a very small service kadai, and on the right hand side here also you can keep, you can say that you can keep the coal also, you can keep the burning coal also, or you can keep the fuel container also. And if you are going to keep that fuel containers, you have to light that fuel containers, and this particular small service kadai is supposed to be just placed on this particular fuel container. And by this way we can also increase the appealing of doing the service. Along with that, it also help to serve the hot food to the guest. In the similar way, it is also to be known as the service handi. And on the right hand side, again, in this case also, we are going to keep the fuel container, or we are going to keep some burning coal. On the top of it, we are going to keep this service handi. It is very small in size, and it is basically used in order to serve the one portion. Generally, the two portion of the handi and two portion of the kadai is also to be used depending upon the number of packs, depending upon the number of guests. So basically, it is known as the service handi. This is a very commonly used equipment used in the buffet, wherever their self-service is there, basically in the marriage functions and all that, where you are going to keep the food items. And generally, that particular food items always remains the hot while the service is going on. So it is basically known as chef and dish. The spelling will be CHEF small dash EN small dash DISH. Again repeating, it is known as chef and dish. Chef and dish. And if you see, this particular chef and dish would be having 3 to 4 parts. It would be having this particular lid part. It would be having this particular you can say that the container part, and this is basically the food pan part. Generally, we'll have to keep the food pan on the right hand side, and in this particular container you are going to keep the water. And just see its base. In the base, we are going to keep the fuel container. In this fuel container, we are going to keep the fuel, and we are going to light the fuel. In the market, in the hotel industry, you are going to find two different variety of the fuel can be used. Like you can have the wax fuel also, you can have the gel fuel also. So in this fuel container, we are going to burn the gel fuel. That particular fuel is going to heat the water. The water is going to be get converted into steam, and on the top of it, we are going to keep this food pan. This particular food pan is also known as gastronome pan. And in this particular food pan, we are going to keep the food. And then after keeping the food, we are going to cover it up with this lid. And the whole, this particular structure is known as the chef and dish. So we have the chef and dish in front of us, and we have the fuel container also. We have the food pan also. This food pan is also known as the gastronome pan. This is, as you can see the shape of it, it is as you can say that hemispherical in shape. It is basically the soup ladle. So this particular ladle is used in order to take out the soup. And this is again a service ladle which is supposed to be given along with the chef and dish. This particular service ladle, its name is service ladle. It is used in order to take out the food items from the chef and dish. So by this, we are ending the session here only. It was all about the different varieties of, you can say that the cutleries and crockeries we are having in our training restaurant.